President Biden was asked about it. He's come out against the idea of Israel striking Iranian nuclear facilities, but apparently not taking an attack on the Mideast nation's oil off the table. Here's President Biden.
We're in discussion with that. I think that would be a little, anyway.
So discussions of it. Is Israel looking to President Biden and his comments to reporters about how they should respond to Iran?
Well, I hope they're ignoring the Biden White House, frankly, and I hope they're ignoring the echo chamber that Biden's people and supporters are trying to create to try and move Israel away from striking Iran's nuclear weapons capability. It's just unacceptable for a president to be speaking publicly about what an American enemy, and that's what Iran is, may face from an American ally, which is what Israel is. He can say what he wants to the Israelis in private, but to have these kinds of these discussions in public is just unprofessional for a lot of reasons. I think Israel needs to consider what the biggest strategic threat is that it faces. I think that's the nuclear program. I think that's where they ought to go. But they've got a lot of options. I'm not sure when Israel's going to make a decision. They've got a lot to consider. And very importantly, they've got to be sure they're ready to go. Whenever they pick their targets and how to get through Iran's air defenses, they want to be sure they're ready. So I don't know that this is going to happen anytime soon. And it's not going to be a one-off event. They're going to start with cyber attacks and other things. We'll see. It could be a week or 2 week long campaign, in fact.
Yeah, and that's what we're watching for. We've seen, again, these attacks here from Israel, the IDF specifically on Hezbollah targets there in southern Lebanon. But as you well know, Israel has been attacked by Iran, 180 plus ballistic missiles fired on the Jewish nation. And now they're vowing to retaliate. And then Iran spoke out. Iran's supreme leader now saying his country will not delay nor rush to confront Israel, but is ready to attack the Jewish state again if necessary, and saying that Iran will not back down from Israel. There seemingly is a back and forth of threats. And what do you see happening here, keeping in mind, as you well know, Ambassador, that the United States is Israel's strongest ally should Iran, again, continue to attack Israel?
Well, I think what we're seeing is confusion in the Biden White House. They believed for 3.5 years that they could talk Iran back into an agreement on the 2015 nuclear deal, a catastrophic mistake of the Obama administration. They've refused to see, even since October 7 of last year, after the Hamas barbarities that day, that the threat here is not to Israel, is not from Palestinians or Lebanese. The threat is from Iran itself. And until the White House appreciates that strategic reality, most of their commentary is going to be irrelevant to Israel. When Israel eliminated Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, a few days before, there was a survey in Israel that said, "Do you think Israel should have consulted with the United States before taking out Nasrallah?" 83% of Israeli respondents said no, meaning Israel needs to do what it needs to do to defend itself and not be pressured, as it has been in the past, by the Biden administration. This is truly existential, the kind of threat that Israel faces from Iran's nuclear weapons, which, by the way, are a significant threat to the United States and its Arab friends in the region as well.
Sure. And you think about the timing of it all, of course, just days away from October 7th, what happened last year on October 7th, the devastation, the horrific terror attack against innocent Israeli civilians. Ambassador John Bolton, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.